Hey, what's up guys, it's 𝐻𝐤𝐤 here, and welcome to episode 15 of Skilling to Glory, where in today's episode, I once again have another 10 FUT Champions games for you guys. And yeah, I'll be showing you guys the highlights, just like I did in the previous episode. Now, you were already able to see how many wins we were on at this point of recording. But yeah, if you want to, of course, see the highlights from the previous episode, in case you missed them, then check out the link in the top right-hand corner. So, before we are properly going to be starting off this episode, you will obviously see the gameplay and stuff. I have a little announcement for you guys, because this Wednesday, I'll actually be celebrating my birthday. Now, you know, due to the coronavirus and stuff, I'm unfortunately not able to properly do it with friends. But I still managed to somewhat arrange something for Wednesday, because two of my friends are coming over, and I will be streaming for mostly the whole day, basically. And yeah, we were playing some, you know, some co-op Ultimate Team, some pro clubs as well. Maybe some of you guys want to join. Will all be done on PlayStation. So yeah, I would just really suggest to keep an eye out on my Twitter, which is @𝐻𝐤𝐤94, and also my Instagram, which is also @𝐻𝐤𝐤94, to stay updated. And also make sure to follow me on my Facebook page. Link is in the description down below, fb.gg/𝐻𝐤𝐤94. I've been streaming for the past 2 days, Weekend League, over on there. Very good fun. And yeah, a big thank you to you guys that have tuned in already. But if you haven't, make sure to tune in, as you guys do get a little bit of insight on, you know, how it goes when I play my Weekend League games. As I also mentioned in the previous episode, these are just the highlights, basically. But if you want to see the more kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff, then be sure to tune in, fb.gg/𝐻𝐤𝐤94. Link is for you guys in the description down below. And I should be streaming for yeah, the rest of the week anyway as well. So just the usual episode of Skilling to Glory will be done live as well on stream. So, in this episode, we started off with 7 wins and 3 losses after the first 10 games, which I guess is not really a bad start, to be fair, especially since it's the first Weekend League. And, you know, I still need to kind of see what the type of playstyle will be that is going to be very useful. Although I feel skill moves this year are once again very, very effective. The defensive kind of part is still a little bit, you know, difficult for me. Sometimes I just have problems defending and also giving away a ton of penalties, which you probably will see a couple of in this episode as well. But yeah, I was happy with like 7 wins, 3 losses. So I was also happy if we could sort of keep up that streak, keep up that form, and you know, just hopefully secure like gold 1-ish. That was my kind of aim for this first weekend. Now, I came up against someone here who left after literally the first 5 minutes, or the first 3 minutes even, because we scored almost straight from kickoff. Now, it is something I would definitely not suggest to do, because if you have been paying attention to what was going on especially Twitter, like the outrage and stuff about yeah, the way FUT Champions and division rivals collide this year in terms of like how many games you're able to play and what kind of ranks you're able to get, I would really suggest, even if you're like 5 or 6-0 down, just don't leave your games, because it could really kind of screw you over in terms of rewards that you could get from both FUT Champs, but also from division rivals. So whenever you're like down, I would just really, you know, play the game out, try to see if you can maybe learn from your opponent's playstyle. Like if you're playing against someone who's just abusing the R1 dribbling, you know, try to see how you're actually able to defend it well. Just pay close attention to those kind of things. That's my kind of tip for you guys in this episode. You can see that in this episode I was struggling as well big time. Very good player that we played against. Heavily possession-based player as well. Second half I had literally no chance, I think. And yeah, it was just a very tough opponent to play against. So then in this game you do see some stuff from the stream. You should not be seeing my face cam right now, but you should see it from the stream bit. I unfortunately forgot to record this gameplay from well, whilst I was streaming, basically. So this is just all from the stream. You can see that the quality isn't the best either, but it is a very fun match in terms of like the highlights and stuff and what was going on. So yeah, as I said before as well previously, if you want to tune in the stream, then yeah, make sure to do so. Link is in the description down below, fb.gg/𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐞94. I also do have a question for you guys, and that is actually what you guys prefer in terms of like the face cam for the videos. Now, I've had it for pretty much every single episode of Skill into Glory so far in the bottom right hand corner, and yeah, it's a little bit wide as well, the usual kind of aspect ratio, but on stream I have it in like a square kind of form and also in the top right. Now, I noticed that it was a little bit too big for the previous stream. I felt it was a little bit too big, so I will be scaling it down just a little bit. But let me know in the comments, and also in the top right hand corner I'll be leaving a poll for you guys where you guys can vote whether or not you guys prefer like the kind of square face cam in the top right or the other one in the bottom right. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below. So in this game you were able to see that we were kind of struggling at the start, but then slowly in the second half we were able to get some nice goals. But then unfortunately, I mentioned it before, we gave away a penalty, and this is where I kind of started, you know, messing up things again. He did step up for the penalty with Antoine Griezmann, and he did convert it nicely into the top corner. But in the 74th minute, we would get another goal here with Promes. Few ball rolls and then a nice finish there through the middle. And this opponent especially was like really keen on like moving his goalkeeper whenever I was in a situation where I was able to shoot, which you were probably noticing from the first half. And yeah, I noticed it in the second half as well, especially with that goal we just scored. This could have been a beauty of a goal. You could have seen from our reaction as well that, yeah, I would have loved to see that one go in. Unfortunately, it didn't. Unfortunately as well, my opponent did get himself 2 goals back with like 5 minutes to play. So, yeah, it was a very kind of, you know, intense final minutes. But luckily, as you can see as well from his kind of defenders, he was like on ultra attacking, I think. And we were managed to counter him here with 𝐋𝐤𝐤𝐤 once again. A very nice chip shot over the goalkeeper. And I was really relieved that we scored that 6th goal, as I could have seen it happening that we conceded a 5th goal again, an equalizer, and go into extra time or something. So after that, I decided to change up my kits again. Decided to switch back to the Atletico Madrid one and also to a black kit from Port Vale. Just wanted to have like a clean black kit, and that one actually looked pretty nice as well. Also like blacked out badges, sponsors as well. And yeah, if there are any kits you guys want me to use, which are looking nice, then let me know in the comments down below as well, or on Twitter, where you can maybe send me like a screenshot or something of the kit. I've been looking for a couple of kits on Ultimate Team, and the ones I'm really like want to buy are like silver kits, which are quite expensive. And I already bought a pretty expensive one in the Inter Milan 3rd kit, so I don't want to spend like a lot of coins on those kits. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, then feel free to let me know. So in the next game we came against a pretty basic Bundesliga side, but I think he did make some changes. He brought on Ousmane Dembele, I believe. But yeah, also this guy was a pretty solid player as well. It's sometimes pretty tough to break him down. But luckily here in the 33rd minute, he made a big mistake. He brought his goalkeeper, didn't do it fully, which meant we were able to convert that chip shot with Memphis. Very nice goal. And then shortly after, he did get himself a goal back as well, making it 2-1 with that Korean player. But luckily in the second half, we do make it 3-1 with Sergio Ramos, who has been an absolute unit for me at the back. Not the paciest, but he is just, you know, very useful in terms of corners especially, as he has only scored from corners for me so far. And yeah, he's very aggressive as well in terms of like the tackles and stuff. So if you're thinking of maybe trying him out, I would definitely suggest doing so. Very, very good player. And yeah, it's just under 200k. So should be somewhat affordable for you guys as well, considering he's very high rated. So yeah, we got another rage quit. Then we went to the next game where we conceded a very early goal, a through ball to Gelson Martins, which I wasn't able to save, unfortunately. So yeah, 1-0 for him. And then from the corner, look at this. He clears it away, and then we go for an insane outside foot volley shot from Dembele, which I think would have gone in, but it got cleared away by his defender on the goal line. It was a bit of a weird shot, as the power on it was just crazy. Then a very nice little dink there from Memphis past, I believe, Joe Gomez. Pass it off to Firmino, who slots it in nicely. Look at that first touch. Very nice way to beat, I think, Gomez or Carlos. I'm not fully sure, actually. But yeah, great finish from the Brazilian as well, who has been one of one of my favorite players actually in this team. I told you guys, I think in the previous episode as well, that or the one before, that I had him in my team before, of course, sold him because I kind of wanted to change the team and bought him back again. And I'm very glad. I'm very glad that I did, as he's very clinical in front of goal, but also a really fun player to use, even though he's not the fastest. But then, before halftime, 34th minute, we picked up a free kick. I'm usually the type of guy to just smash it on goal and take your chances, or at least try it out anyway. But this time, we took our chances mostly, because pass it off, which is usually the smartest thing to do when you get free kicks from quite a distance. And yeah, we made it 2-2. And then once again, in the 37th minute, it is Sergio Ramos from a corner, making it 3-2, giving us a lead in the game. And then in the 42nd minute, we get another big chance here with Firmino on his weak foot once again. This time he did put it wide. I maybe should have stayed a little bit more calm and yeah, tried like a finesse shot or something instead. Then 47th minute, this happened. A situation where you would usually pass it across. But as I did that a couple of times in also the previous episodes, I decided to do something more fancy. Fake Rabona to Blanco hop to a sort of a volley with the outside of the foot, which worked in our favor, and a very nice goal there from Memphis, making it 4-2. Then another chance with Memphis, where we completely sky it. I don't think I even put that much power onto it. And yeah, it was a surprise to me as well that it went over the net, yeah, that high. But then in the 79th minute, we do make it 5-2. Nonetheless, with Jadon Sancho, one of the substitutes, a lovely Rabona finish. And after that, we do get another rage quit. And yeah, we ended up winning that game 5-2. Then we go into the next game, come against a pretty solid looking Premier League team. And this happened in the first few minutes. He tackled me from behind, which I think it was Timo Werner. And that just should be a red card in my opinion. Red cards don't seem to like appear that often anyway, whenever you tackle someone from behind. I think we also had a similar situation in the previous episode with Joe Gomez, where I didn't get a red card. So I think it's something EA really needs to take a look at. But nonetheless, we do get a very nice goal there with Firmino, where we do Joe Gomez twice. First of all with the fake shot, where we sort of bridge him, and then the ball roll past him. Oh, that looked so clean. Definitely one of my favorite goals I've scored so far. Just simple skill moves, but if you execute them right, it can look so nice. And then, of course, we once again gave away a stupid penalty. Again, a situation where I thought he was like gonna cross it. I pressed the tackle button, basically, the stand tackle button. And unfortunately, I clinched into my opponent. Therefore, gave away a penalty and another goal. Then 42nd minute, a nice run from Memphis, where I thought I was able to, you know, pass it off to Firmino, but he got blocked off by his defender. I think I just should have tried to at least convert with Memphis himself. And yeah, that was one of the reasons why I unfortunately did not create anything else, basically, as I didn't really create more chances apart from in the 72nd minute with Mahrez, where we took our chances. A nice finish from the Algerian, making it 4-2. And that's how the game ended. A lot of chances for my opponent, a fair win as well. Then we went into the next game, where we come against a crazy team with Neymar, Mbappe, Varane, Mendy, Kyle Walker in form as well. Just a ridiculous team. And from the beginning, I just stood no chance against this guy, as he was really abusing the R1 dribbling. And he was just very clinical as well in front of goal. Was very difficult, you know, to keep him away from my keeper, basically. And yeah, I couldn't do anything really. I did create some chances, but I just want to get this game over and done with in terms of the highlights, so we could move on to the next game, as we just lost 5-0. And yeah, you can see from the stats, we did create some chances, but yeah, they weren't really worth showing. So on to the next game. We go against a Premier League side with some Bundesliga players as well. Gareth Bale and Leroy Sané on the wings. And we start off in the 8th minute. A very nice little dink there from Memphis Depay, where we do make it 1-0. Then 38th minute, again Depay on the ball, where we run down. And then, yeah, I don't think my opponent was sort of expecting me to do something like that right there. And I wasn't either, because I'm pretty sure I pulled off a skill move right there. But yeah, it didn't register it. Nonetheless, we make it 2-0. Then I think my opponent made it 2-1 with Timo Werner. But then from that kickoff, we were able to intercept the ball with Wijnaldum. A nice fake shot there from Memphis, where we got extremely lucky. I tried to luck Roquette at the goalkeeper, and we once again got really lucky, where we pick it up with Wijnaldum. chip the goalkeeper, and we make it 3-1. Then it is a nice ball there from Firmino to 𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐤 Dembele, where we go for the directional nutmeg, fake, drag back there, get a little bit lucky again, ball roll, sombrero, and then a very nice finish into the back of the net, scoring one of the nicest goals we have scored as well throughout our FUT Champions run this weekend. And we once again get another rage quit in the second half, 56 minutes. It's not worth it, guys, honestly. If you're one of those guys who, you know, just gets pissed off at the game because your opponent scores maybe a bullshit goal, don't leave, because it will screw you up in terms of rewards, especially if it's already kind of late in the second half. Even if it's still very early on, I wouldn't do it because of the rewards, basically. I can't stress it enough. I really hope, though, that EA fix it, that you are still able to, you know, get better rewards in Division Rivals after you've played your champ games, because they've made it so that you now have to play all your 30 games of Rivals on a Thursday, and then, of course, play all the games throughout the weekend as well, which is just unhuman, really, I think, especially if you're a casual player. But anyway, in this game, you were able to see that we were 2-1 up, and I was kind of, you know, messing around too much, and that kind of caused me to concede the 2-2 there with Richarlison, and I was very close conceding the 3-2 as well with Kai Havertz, but a very good save from Courtois. And then in the 90th minute, a very good tackle there from Gomez, where we go for the 1-2 with Di Maria and Memphis, where we send Di Maria away. We get a heavy touch, and then he passed it with his weaker foot to Memphis, where we then chip the goalkeeper, and we make it 3-2 in the final seconds of the game. You can see his players going down, and you can see from this replay just how pinpoint that pass was. I think it got a deflection as well, and how pinpoint that chip as well was from Depay over the goalkeeper, over Hugo Lloris. And we secured a win, meaning that we have secured gold 3. And you can see from the stats as well that it was maybe a little bit undeserved, but yeah, I was just messing around too much in that game in terms of like skilling and stuff, where I just didn't really create a lot of shots, basically. But yeah, we were definitely not doing under for our opponents. But yeah, we got the win, meaning we secured gold 3. And as I said as well, my sort of aim is to probably get gold 1. So that is something we will be doing for the next episode, of course. And if you want to tune in earlier, then make sure, as I've said before, as well in this episode, to head on over to my Facebook page, fb.gg/𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐞. That is where I will be streaming my final 10 games of FUT Champions. So make sure to tune in. And yeah, that's the end, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you, of course, did, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell as well for more videos. And make sure to follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, at 𝐋𝐢𝐤𝐞. Link is in the description down below as well for you guys. Anyway, that's the end. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.